we've got people here from California to Virginia, from Minnesota, from Louisiana. The whole country is represented here, and frankly, the whole world. And it speaks to the universality of not only the church, but of the heart of two young people who have found love and have committed their lives together. And so we're so pleased and honored that you all would join us.
1, 2, 3, yo! I think we all know what that is, right? You agree? Ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for being here. We're very, very happy of things turned out yesterday and today. David, Kathryn, very, very proud of both of you, and congratulations on your wedding day. So if you don't mind, I would like to say a few words in Vietnamese. Thật là một ngày vui cho hai gia đình. Cảm ơn tất cả mọi người chúng ta đã tới đây, và không như hôm nay và hôm qua và bao nhiêu ngày nữa đã cầu nguyện, đã hy sinh rất nhiều cho hai cháu David và Kathryn để có ngày hôm nay. Xin chân thành cảm ơn tất cả mọi người chúng ta đã tới đây để tham dự chung vui với gia đình. Đối với Thêm và Yến đã cảm thấy là rất là vui, là tại vì giữa hai cháu nó cộng vào hai cái giữa cái culture của như Việt Nam và người Mỹ với nhau, mà nó làm lên một gia đình thật là tốt đẹp giữa hai cái phong tục tập quán như vậy. Thì cảm thấy rất là vui, rất là hạnh phúc. Cho nên xin cảm ơn tất cả mọi người một lần nữa chúng ta tới đây để chung vui với gia đình.
David and I met freshman year at the University of Nebraska, Lincoln, particularly at the Newman Center. You know, naturally, because David's like the friendliest guy. Everyone knows that, right? So everyone's just like so easygoing with him. And, you know, I remember one time we just bonded over so many different things. We bonded over our love of food, our similar upbringings, being complete hopeless romantics, and laughing over the fact that someone in this room thought that we were legitimately brothers. Maureen, where you at? There you are. Yeah. But while we may not actually be brothers, I always viewed you as one. And especially the one that I can look up to. I think everyone in this room can attest to your kindness, your servant heart, and the unparalleled generosity you show towards everyone that you encounter, which is no surprise due to the amazing family that raised you. What I also admire about you is that you have this unique ability to make anyone, and I mean anyone, you interact with feel like they're the most important person in the world.
I can tie, but he doesn't like the form. For the record.
You're quick to listen, slow to speak, always knowing exactly what to say and when to say it. A gift the Lord has truly given you, David, and never lose that. You motivate me every day to become a better man and holier man, and I thank you for that.
Good afternoon. Welcome everyone to David and Kathryn's tea ceremony celebration.
This is the traditional Vietnamese tea ceremony, or lễ trà tân hôn. This is where the Gao and the Fortenberry families express their desire for a harmonious and unified future between them.
Wow, been waiting for this for how many years now? David and Kathryn, this is probably one of the happiest days of our lives right now, looking at both of you.
Do it together and always be together in everything that you do. We're always going to be here for you. We love you. And thank you for giving us this opportunity to share our journey as parents and grandparents down the road.
When Kathryn showed us her beautiful traditional Vietnamese, I looked at her and I said, "You look like a queen." Tim said the same thing. "You look like royalty." And I think that's an expression of, Kathryn, what we think about you, not just in terms of the way you look today, but your heart and the character and who you are and what you project. David, I know you know this. You're a very fortunate man. And you're a good man. And as Frank Nava said, striving for holiness. And that means the most to us.
One of the things I love most about Kathryn is her tenacity in the pursuit of knowledge. Anytime an opportunity has presented itself in her life, she's found a way to make it work. It's not uncommon to FaceTime Kathryn and she's on a solo trip to Portugal that nobody knew about, or in France or something like that. You will not meet a woman who works harder than Kathryn. When she puts her mind to something, it always happens. And you always look so elegant, just like Audrey Hepburn doing it. What I admire most about you is your dedication to what you love, your faith, your family, your friends, and of course now David.
When Kathryn was a little girl, I used to call her Little Peep. We have a book in our house, and it's a children's book, and it's about a little chicken who was named Little Peep. And Little Peep was the smallest animal in the barnyard. But Little Peep was not intimidated by anything. Little Peep would speak directly to the bull. Little Peep would show down the big rooster. Little Peep would take on the big hog, and they all listened to Little Peep. That's why I used to call Kathryn Little Peep. She was determined, and in Father's sermon today, he used the word bold. And I think that describes both of them, and particularly her character coming up.
You're hiding. Looking over my head. How tall do you think I am?
Well, I'm sorry, I was just distracted. And I'll never forget that when I read that book when she was young, I think I had the seed in my mind that I'm going to say that at her wedding. Because this is who this child is. Beautiful, determined, bold, but rooted in things that are deeper and higher, as you all saw in that beautiful ceremony today.
For so long, we wondered if Kathryn would find someone whose spirit could match hers. Someone strong enough to run alongside her and gentle enough to walk beside her. And then came David, who perfectly complemented Kathryn with his quiet strength and steadfast love. Together, you are a beautiful reflection of what a partnership can be, and it has been a joy to watch your journey unfold. My favorite memory of the two of them together, Kathryn was living with us in DC, and David called me and said, I want to come and surprise Kathryn. And so he flew all the way out with a bouquet of flowers from California because those were the perfect ones for Kathryn. And I think this speaks volumes about the incredible man David is. Ian and Tim, I want to thank you for raising such a kind, patient, compassionate, and faithful son. We are overjoyed to have him in the family.
Now, David doesn't remember this, but I met him a long time ago. He was at the UNL Newman Center. And you do remember? Really? And I thought, who's this skinny young man hanging out with Kathryn? We're proud of you. We know you will be a good provider. We know that you'll work hard to not only protect Kathryn and give her a beautiful home and to hopefully bring children into the world and create your new family. We know that's who you are. But the most important thing is we also know you're a man of deep faith and are striving for holiness. And that's the most essential thing.
This is for you. You can read it later.
These are the two gifts that she's given me. What is this? This is a journal that she's had of Dear David, on this day, kind of thing. So I haven't read through it yet, but there are a bunch of Dear David, Dear David, Dear Davids. So,
Whoa.
Yeah.
Dude, that's awesome.
And then I think she may not realize how close this gift is to my gift to her. So I wrote her a letter, passed it in over the shoulder when I was in there.
You know, it was a bad idea.
when the pandemic started, I just had an inspiration to like start recording, like vlogs. So like, this is to my future wife, and then this is my future family, this is my future kids. This is just a time capsule of David when he's 22 or whatever. He looks like this, he talked like that.
This is to my future wife.
This is to my future wife.
I don't know who you are yet, but I'm waiting, I'm praying, and all of that. And then over time, started dating Kathryn, and then slowly turned into to my future wife, who may be Kathryn at this point.
And this goes to my future wife.
And then later on, like, to my future wife, who I think is Kathryn. And then I found the video of, and today, like, to my future wife, who today I think is Kathryn.
This is to my future wife because tonight I think that you are Kathryn Fortenberry.
And then over time it was, I think is Kathryn, like, I'm confident it's Kathryn, so like, it's Kathryn.
Yeah.
So a bunch of those videos are 40 minutes, 20 minutes, 5 minutes, but just like snippets here or there, and then I cut it all together into a like 3-minute highlight reel of just similar to like what she's done in here, of just letters to her, notes to her, things like that. So I'll give that to her tonight and play it for her.
Welcome to the nuptial mass of Kathryn Eve Fortenberry and David Minh Tuan Gao. Thank you to each one of you for gathering here today to pray with and bear witness to the bride and groom as they enter into this holy sacrament of matrimony before God and His church.
Wasn't it beautiful today? The ceremony today was a reflection, I think, of the both of you. Your sense of duty and honor and obligations to things that are noble and good and higher and beautiful. And frankly, when I walked Kathryn in, when Celeste and I walked Kathryn in, I was just swept up to the heavens with Father standing there and Jesus behind him, and the beauty of that moment. It honestly did remind me of that scene in The Sound of Music, the beautiful church scene.
One thing I wanted to share with y'all, one of my favorite artists on Instagram, she hand sketches these beautiful Catholic art. And a few years ago, she made this hand-drawn silhouette of a bride and a groom getting married at the altar. And their hands were kind of lifted up, and they were actually lifting up towards the cross of Jesus and lifting him up. And as I was praying today and we were kneeling after the Eucharist, I was seeing kind of that come to life. There was the white dress that Kathryn wore beautifully, and the snazzy tux that David had, and it just showed me that the Lord is good, the Lord is beautiful, and the Lord is so faithful.
I, David Minh Tuan, take you, Kathryn Eve, for my lawful wife, to have and to hold from this day forward, for better, for worse, for richer, for poorer, in sickness and in health, to love and to cherish, until death do us part.
I, Kathryn Eve, take you, David Minh Tuan, for my lawful husband, to have and to hold from this day forward, for better, for worse, for richer, for poorer, in sickness and in health, to love and to cherish, until death do us part.
It is now my joy to introduce to you all for the very first time, David and Kathryn.
One of my favorite Bible verses is that cheesy one from 1 Corinthians 13, which I know you guys know it, but the one that says that love is patient, that love is kind, it's not jealous, it doesn't seek to its own interests, and most of all, it bears all things, believes all things, hopes all things, and endures all things. But the one line I really want to stress on is the first one, that love is patient. And man, David, you were patient. You were patient. I can't tell you how many times we talked about finding that special person God has made for us. And he has blessed you tenfold with Kathryn because of your patience and your trust in him. God is starting to reveal your new story together, and I can speak for everyone that we're all here to support you through every single chapter.
To everyone, Father Schindler, grandparents, aunts, uncles, cousins, family, and friends, cảm ơn mọi người trong số các bạn đã có mặt trong cuộc sống của chúng con. My wife and I. My wife and I are grateful to have your support of us in our wedding, but more importantly, to have your support of us in our marriage. Hôn lễ của chúng con là hôm nay. Những hôn nhân của chúng con là mãi mãi. May mắn khi có bạn, gia đình và bạn bè with us as we journey to heaven together. Thank you. Xin quý vị cảm ơn.
Three, two, one.
Ooh, every time.
Okay. The first toast of married life.
Cheers.